Said I wasn't going to make videos anymore, very rarely. Well, here's one of your rare ones. Going to make one. And it's on vaccinations, you know. Because, you see this guy here, he's getting roughed up. They're going to shoot him up with something, right? Excuse me. A lot of times I think that, that's the deal. That's what we're looking at. What happens is you get a thought in your head because of movies like this, and not everybody saw this, but this is what we have in our minds when we think forced inoculations, forced vaccinations, right? They're not gonna come to my house and let them come to my house and jab me with a needle, man. They'll get blown up trying to okay, right? And that's really not the way, is it? That's not really the way that they're gonna hit us with these vaccinations, is it? I had discussed in another video, I think it was zombie joggers, that everybody thinks that, whenever you think of forced vaccinations, you think of this kind of scene that I just showed you. They come to your door, they get out the needle and they jab you. Wrong. A forced vaccination is a little bit different than what we just saw on the screen. A forced vaccination is whenever you're at work and you work in a place that tells you, hey, next week we're going to be having vaccination day and everybody is going to be getting a vaccination. And you're like, well, I'm not going to take the vaccination. And they'll go, well, you're going to have to be replaced, okay? Because in order for the mandate that has been set in this and that, and you're going to have to take it or you can't work in this line anymore, this line of work anymore. And they'll, with so many people not having work right now, it'd be easy to replace you, wouldn't it? So that is how they're going to force you. And then, with Qantas Airlines, and you can't fly anymore unless you're vaccinated. We can't have the liability of having people that aren't vaccinated on our flights. Even though that it's always the simple line of logic with me, which is like, if you're vaccinated, what the hell does it matter if I'm not? Okay, because you're vaccinated against what I might be carrying. Therefore, what does it matter if I'm vaccinated or not, okay? If you're really scared, go get a vaccination. Then you don't have to worry anymore, okay? But apparently this flies over everybody's head, and they don't understand it. And so the herd gets scared, and oh no, we've got to have vaccinations. And like I've said before, they cannot do these things unless we do it for them, unless we make it happen, okay? They are not unlike a brain with no body. They can do nothing. They can't see. They can't hear. They can't feel. They can't taste, touch. They can't walk. They can't do anything. Okay, they're the tribe's controllers. All right, they're people far above their heads too. But in this world, these people can't do anything unless we do it for them. We have the hands, and we have the bodies, and we have the eyes, and we are the snipers, and we are the people that do these things, and we're the workers and the builders. Some tribe member wants a skyscraper built. He's not going to break the ground for that. I mean, he's not going to do it. He's not going to go set the piers and build the steel work and erect everything and do it. No. But it's his building, though, isn't it? Oh, my building down on 666 6th Avenue. We built that 24 years ago for $48 million, and now it's worth $1 billion. You see? So, how could they do anything? Vaccinations. How could they do anything concerning these things without us doing it for them? And that's what's going to happen. Because, they turned Dodger Stadium into a vaccination center. It's going to be for mass vaccinations. And there was going to be, we think we can get 12,000 a day done, and people are lining up. Maybe they're just those initial wave of people that were sheep anyway, maybe they line up. And then a few days later, they've gotten 100,000 people to get them. And then it falls off dramatically. That's my hope. That's what I really hope. I still have hope in my heart. But anyway, that's what I had for you today, forced vaccinations and how they're going to force them, And I know a lot of you guys know that, but I want you guys to spread that knowledge that you have. Always put it out there. always say. It's very important. Maybe we can change the narrative a little bit ourselves, since we control and run everything truly. We are the ones that do it. We do it for other people. We do it for other organizations and other whatevers, right? We do it, but we're doing it. You think of a big plant, a big manufacturing plant. No one person in the plant can't be replaced, but everybody inside the plant is what makes it a plant, what makes it a manufacturing place, what makes it a place of business and work. It's the people inside. Until they replace us with robots, it's still people. And they're the ones, I've been into a big, big Whirlpool. Like, for instance, our town had Whirlpool, and they made refrigerators there, and trash compactors and whatnot. Huge, huge building. I mean, you could see it in Google Earth it in Fort Smith. It's the biggest building in Fort Smith. You can't miss it. That's the Whirlpool factory. Well, I went in there not too long ago, and it had been closed down. And there was nothing inside of it. And the lights were all out. And I looked across that massive expanse of a place. And I looked and I said, and I remembered how much work used to go on in there. And all the people buzzing around on forklifts and standing in there putting the screws in and putting this in and putting the shelving in and whatever they did, all the operations. And I remembered all the work that I did there and everything I did and all the blood, sweat, and tears. And then I looked at the place, and it was a ghost town. And there were, there was echoes of stuff happening in there in the past, but there wasn't anything, So what is it? It's the people that make it. It's the people that do it all and that make things into reality, Without the people, it's just a cold shell of a shithole. There's nothing going on. So think about that, guys. That's what I had for you today. All right. So let's try to get it together, guys. This is a new year, I guess, and I have a new way of thinking. I always try to come off with, I've said it before. I have about 7 or 8 different streams of shit going through my head at once that I'm pondering and dwelling upon, and I can bring any of those out at any time, but this particular stream is just for us to get it together, get ourselves together. We don't even have to make contact with each other. Just get your brain ready, get your body ready, get your mind ready, get your heart ready for what's going to come. Decisions are going to have to be made soon about your future and your children's future and our future as a people. I don't want to make the wrong decision. I'm not going to make the wrong decision. But anyway, guys, that's what I have for you today. Let's get it together.